A blackout game Thursday night, finally being back at the Hoskin Center.
Well, it's always good to come back home, and particularly after a win. I think that we're all feeling a little energy here in the community right now. We expect a great crowd, and I just hope we play well. We didn't play particularly well last time out at home against Rice, and just because you're home doesn't mean you're going to win.
With a limited bench, Vince Hunter having foul trouble in the early game against Charlotte, CJ having foul trouble in the last game. Has this been something you have to re-emphasize to this team? Don't be in foul trouble? Or?
Well, it's all those minutes that our guys got in the Angelo State game, going back to the exhibition game, that are serving us well right now. Aaron Jones being able to play a bunch of minutes in that game. Aaron Jones playing right now and getting 16 minutes in the first half. It's beneficial. Jake Flaggart playing with confidence off the bench, and our team not getting worse when he comes in. Tevin Caldwell, another guy who we had no expectations of this season, who's played very well in the minutes that he's been given, and those are the things we're going to have to continue to rely on, because the season's going to present all kinds of issues with injuries and/or foul trouble.
Coach, do you think Hunter gets attacked, or not attacked, but like pointed out by refs? I mean, there's a lot of fouls that just seem to be that he gets maybe a grudge with referees or something. But
no, I don't think so. I think early on it was a product of a guy who had never been in a stance before, in high school, who was playing late, and his foul trouble and disqualifications came early in the season. Then he went through a period where it bothered him, and he began to understand that if I stay in a stance and play early, I'll be okay. A little slippage in the last ball game, but by and large, since December 28th, he's stayed out of foul trouble, and he's played with composure defensively.
And Coach, are you surprised at this winning streak, and are you surprised at what you've been seeing out of this team over the last 4 or 5 weeks?
Well, I wouldn't use the word surprised. I think I'm not any different than our fans we're sitting back and we're watching a group of young freshmen who we had 2 years ago grow up and mature. John Bohannon, Cedric Lang, C.J. Cooper, Julian Washburn, and become very, very good college players. And then we're watching young guys get confidence. Vincent Hunter and Jake Flaggart and Tevin Caldwell. And everybody, Matt Wilm, playing well together, because all it's about to them right now is winning. And there are no personal agendas, and they're having a lot of fun playing together. And I'm sitting back like everybody else saying, okay, tomorrow's going to bring a new challenge. Can you guys handle it? Because it's all a series of first with these guys. Every game is a first.
And what kind of challenge do the FAU Owls present?
Well, we don't know. I'm like the fans there too. I haven't seen these guys in person, and we're getting to know the two Florida schools this week on film. Good scorers. They run great stuff. They got a post guy that presents problems. They got a perimeter guy who's averaging 18 points a game. They'll present problems. Florida International, again, new challenges with a great poster and probably the best driver, not only in our league, but one of the better drivers in the country, Tymel Murphy. We'll deal with them when we see them Saturday.
13-1 in your last 14 games. How big has John been in that?
Bohannon's been terrific. Bohannon, we haven't dealt with a saga every day. We haven't dealt with anything other than a guy coming to practice and encouraging everybody else to work. We're watching a guy who understands that if I rebound it, I score. And a guy who's not trying to hit it out of the ballpark on every pass. He's making good, safe plays, and as a result, assisting more than he's turning it over. He's maturing as a player, and I only wish it would have happened 2 years ago. We wouldn't have had all the drama around him, but he's become a very good player.
Do you think that's the biggest improvement he's had from freshman to senior year?
Yeah, this year's been his biggest improvement by far. And for whatever reason, you'd have to talk to him about it. Is it the presence of Matt Wilm? Is it the presence of playing time with Vince Hunter? I don't know, but all I know is he's playing well.
In your experience as a coach in basketball, how special is this between all the teams you've been in with this special situation with players?
Well, anytime you win, it's satisfying. It's the essence of what we try to do in coaching. You try to win basketball games, and you don't tend to feel as good after losses as you do wins. We understand where we are, and we also understand that streaks present their own their own challenges, and that the assumption becomes is that you're perfect and that you're not making mistakes. And you have no faults, so we certainly still have faults and things that we have to work on to get better.
How important has the fan support been? Both road games and road sweeps that you came back from, fans were there at the airport. Now it's time for them to show up here at the
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. You feel that there's some energy going on in town. We felt it when we got back at the airport. We felt it yesterday all around town. We got a young team in a lot of regards. Guys, we're counting on Vince and Matt, and that's why I think we have to have challenging practices. So we remain realistic and understand that if we don't guard at a high level, that we don't win. All right.